Good morning. Welcome to subramani.com. This is such an old question that I am going to talk to you about. You might be surprised that this question still exists because a lot of articles and a lot of people have answered this question. Should you do a lump sum or should you do an SIP? Largely, your lump sum will get better results than an SIP over extremely long periods of time, let's say 20 years. If you were to put 1 lakh rupees today in a mutual fund or in an equity which does well, you will obviously do much better than doing a 2000 rupee SIP over the next 50 months because more money of yours is at work and therefore you will obviously earn more in the lump sum. But that's not true. Because what could happen is market could crash just one day after you put the money, right? That is possible. So what we do is we do an SIP because of 2-3 things. One, we don't have a lump sum. I mean, people don't have a lump sum. A person who can put 1 lakh at a time may be wanting to do a SIP of 50,000. So this is just 2 months installment. So it's not really too much. Second, when you have money which is a lump sum, let's say a person earning 30,000-40,000 rupees, but he has suddenly got 75 lakhs because he sold some land or something like that. So then he is a little afraid. So he will not want to put a lump sum into equity. He doesn't understand. So he could do something called an STP, which is a systematic transfer. He takes that 75 lakhs, puts it in a liquid fund, and from that he invests every month. It will look like an SIP, but you have a surplus and you have still decided to put it in monthly installments rather than in as a lump sum. Again, no right or wrong. If the market booms after that, that 75 lakh lump sum single investment would look like a genius. But if the market were to crash 30-40%, it would look very foolish. However, over 20 years, it may still do well. But the question is, what is your state of mind in the next 6 months? So the question is, are you afraid? Suppose you've never invested in equities and you have some 2-3 crores lying in bank deposits. That's fine. You are rich. There is no doubt about that. But you don't know how to invest in equities. So again, SIP will work better for you than a lump sum, because lump sum will get you worried. It's not how the market behaves that is important, it is how you behave which is important. So if you are comfortable putting a lump sum and you think nothing is going to go wrong, it's already happened, whatever has to happen has happened, and you don't mind investing a lump sum, this is a good time to be investing a lump sum. Any time is a good time to be investing in a lump sum. However, if the market is heated up and you think market is overpriced, that's the time you should perhaps not be investing at all. And if you are investing, you do an SIP. But if the markets are low and if you think it's at an all-time low and you get a lot of indications to that effect, you could be putting in a lump sum. But largely when you see SIPs, it is for the salaried class who anyway doesn't have the money to do a lump sum. Therefore, you suggest a SIP. So an SIP does averaging, which means every day whether the market goes up or goes down, on the 7th of the month or 10th of the month or 12th of the month, regularly like clockwork, your SIP check gets debited, which means money transfers from your account to the fund account. You do it religiously over 5, 7, 10, 12 years. It is bound to work. There is no doubt about that, right? But if you have a lump sum and you have guts and you have a 20-year view, this may not be a bad time to be investing. But remember, market could go down further from here, wherever the market is. Market is at 9,900, market is at, and the market could go to 8,900. You have to be ready for that. So whatever you think it's a 10 lakhs as lump sum and you put it and it comes down to 6.5 lakhs. You got to be ready for it. That is the question. The question to ask is not lump sum or SIP. The question to ask is, how will you react in the interim period about a change in fluctuation. You anyway have a 30-year view, but how will you react in year number 3, year number 7, year number 9? That is going to decide the size of your corpus in year 30, not just the returns that you get from the market. Thank you.